Good morning and namaskar. I'm Nandini Mouli. Thank you for watching us. This is Up Close and Personal, where we showcase the key Indian events, key Indian celebrations happening in the tri-state area, Washington DC, Maryland, and Virginia. You know, the July hot summer is upon us. As a result, we are all thirsty. Just to quench the thirst of the music lovers amongst us, there are quite a few summer showers of music concerts. Today, I am so delighted to bring to your attention a very rare concert, Nadaswaram, a windpipe instrument concert, going to happen on August 17th, sponsored by the Om Trust, Shankara Nethralaya of DC chapter. Just to give a bit of background, Shankara Nethralaya was founded in 1976. His Holiness Sri Jayendra Saraswatikal, the Shankaracharya of Kamakoti Peetham, asked a group of doctors in Chennai, India, to create a hospital with a missionary spirit. With this command of his holy guru, the famous eye ophthalmologist, the surgeon in India, Dr. S.S. Badrinath, founded the not-for-profit Shankara Nethralaya. The institution has been doing yeoman of service, especially to the poor people in India, in taking care of their eye problems. Close to 1,400 members are there as part of this family, doctors, nurses, and other professionals, taking care of the poor, the old, the young, different genre of folks in India requiring eye care. It's a world premier eye institution today, with close to 1,200 patients walking in to various hospitals of Shankara Nethralaya and undergoing surgeries of different complexity. And today, to talk about that institution and the concert that they are sponsoring on August 17th, I have invited one of the community friends, members, Mr. Shankar Iyer, who is the executive trustee of this institution. He comes to us from Maryland and has been a pillar of support for this organization for many, many decades. So Shankar, thank you for joining me at the studios of GTV Networks.
Nandini, thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to be on one of the very popular and long-standing TV shows in our area, and so the pleasure is all mine.
Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that, and we are indeed delighted to bring this particular concert, and the institution Shankara Nethralaya stands for the human service, community service, and for the past 40 years or so, it has been one of the premier institutions when it comes to doing service in India, and you folks have been doing service from here in Washington DC. Can you tell us how the mission of Shankara Nethralaya is unique in the field of eye care?
Okay. So Nandini, it's very appropriate that you started with the mission. As you said, in 1976, Dr. Badrinath, who had just returned from the US with his wife, board certified in the US in Boston, both of them US board certified physicians, they wanted to go back to India and serve India, and they were very motivated by the call of His Holiness the Shankaracharya, and so they started what they call as a mission for vision. And the idea was to offer world-class ophthalmic care to people from the Indian subcontinent, irrespective of their ability to pay. So I was fortunate enough to be associated with Doctors Vasanthi and Sangamadu Badrinath from the inception of this institution.
Wow.
So as you started talking about 1976, my mind wandered back to that as to how this institution started with about 18 beds in a bungalow, and then how today it has grown up to an institution which in several facilities across the breadth and width of India is treating close to 500,000 patients a year. It's about more than 1,600 patients a year walk into the portals of Shankara Nethralaya, knowing that they will get world-class care irrespective of their ability to pay.
Beautiful.
Which is the most important aspect of Nethralaya. Close to 40% of patients that are treated in the Shankara Nethralaya are treated without any charges for them to pay. In fact, villagers from rural areas are screened right there in their village, because Shankara Nethralaya practices rural ophthalmology by sending ophthalmic vans into the villages about almost 100 kilometers plus from each of the institutions.
So actually reaching the patients where they are.
They go where the patients are, because in India, for a poor person,
Yes.
even affording the bus fare or the train fare to come from the village all the way to the city hospital may be prohibitive.
Yes.
So the hospital goes to them, and they have a van which is provisioned, so if they need basic eye glasses, they can be tested. The glasses can be like the 1-hour eye optometrists that we have here in the malls.
Yes.
They are able to provide everything to them. They also have teleophthalmology, probably the world's first. Shankar Nethralaya, in a collaboration with ISRO, initiated teleophthalmology. So physicians in the Nethralaya, the specialists, are able to sit in their offices in Chennai and interact with a patient 100 miles away through satellite link-up, take a very close look at their eyes,
Beautiful.
diagnose, prescribe treatment for them, and where they need surgical treatment, Nethralaya arranges transportation, brings them along with a guide for them,
Wow.
with a support person, houses them, provides them very cheap, wholesome meals,
I see.
gives them the treatment from soup to nuts, and when they go back from the Nethralaya, they go back with the prescription glasses, they go back with lenses if they needed intraocular lenses, they go back with medications, and all of this for the needy person is done free of charges.
That is awesome.
So starting, the institution opened its doors. It was conceived in 1976. The doors were opened in September 78. And in the last 36 years, conservatively, they must have treated a couple of million patients or
Wow,
more,
million.
free of charges.
Yes.
But here is the sobering aspect to the whole thing. India has the world's largest population of people with vision impairment. Vision impairment occurs at twice the rate in other parts of the world. In India, and a lot of people with vision impairment have their defects untreated, or worse, go into blindness because they lack access to treatment. To put this in perspective, we have about one ophthalmologist for every 7,000 or 8,000 people in this country. In India, for every 150,000 people, there is one ophthalmologist. And even access to the person is very limited, because these people tend to be in urban settings.
Correct. Okay. So they arrange for vans and transport. So it seems like a very highly packaged care in terms of different needs of the same patient are met.
Absolutely. It's a total comprehensive package. Not only do they have teleophthalmology facilities, not only do they have these vans with integrated facilities, Shankar Nethralaya, in collaboration with the IIT at Madras, has pioneered a mobile surgical van. So there are two vans, two buses which go to these locations, and then they join together to create a totally sterile environment for performing ophthalmic surgeries. And in the last 3 years, these surgical vans have proven to be so good. Their success rate is unbelievably good. The problems, any problems if there are so minuscule, even compared with fully established surgical facilities. The government of India has given it total endorsement and approval. And here's the thing, Dr. Badrinath has been given the Padma Shri, has been given the Padma Bhushan, has been given the Dhanvantri Award, and most recently, All India Management Association recognized him as the premier management professional in India.
Beautiful.
Unheard of.
Yes.
For a physician, for a medical professional running a medical facility, to be so recognized as the best management person you can get in the whole country of India.
Okay.
That's just amazing.
Very nice. We would love to be part of this organization in terms of supporters, Shankar. So shall we talk about the concert that you are going to be sponsoring on August 17th, and that way the viewers can come in, see the results of their donations going into the different types of programs, camps and things like that, because you do every year show the videos and so on. But shall we talk about where is this concert going to be held?
So we have every year, as you said, we have fundraising activities going all over. The Shankara Nethralaya Ophthalmic Mission Trust, or the SN Om Trust, was established almost 20 years ago. And over the last 20 years, we have generated several $1 million in donations from very generous donors, people from the Indian subcontinent, as well as people from other parts of the world, who believe in what the Shankara Nethralaya stands for, who want to help the poor people in India.
Absolutely.
So as these fundraising concerts serve as a vehicle to raise funds from them. This year we have an absolutely awesome, a unique concert. People from India, North India, are aware of the Shanai,
Yes.
which is associated with all auspicious events, and there cannot be a wedding without a Shanai.
Absolutely.
Same way in South India, the Nadaswaram is called the Mangalavadhyam, and without the sound of the Nadaswaram, the function is incomplete.
Absolutely.
You know that. And so this year we have got two great Nadaswaram maestros who come from a lineage, a family which for several generations have produced some of the greatest Nadaswaram Vidwans in India. Most recently, their grandfather, Sheikh Chinnamolana, he was also a Padma Bhushan,
Yes.
and one of the greatest Nadaswaram artists. These two young men, Qasim and Babu, they trained under their grandfather.
Yes.
They are absolutely awesome. And you are absolute, when you talked about summer showers, the sound that comes from the Nadaswaram is so resonating.
Yes.
It'll be like a musical shower in the
We can't wait to come to the concert, Shankar. So this is going to be in Siva Vishnu Auditorium on August 17th, starting around 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
to 7 p.m.
We would love to see many of you. Please put it on your calendar and bring your family, friends, and also introduce your children, the youngsters in your family, to this type of noble cause so that they can become volunteers to the Shankara Nethralaya, as well as supporters when they grow up to become young adults and so on. So we really thank you, Shankar, for coming to the studios and giving us a background about the Shankara Nethralaya as well as this particular concert. We certainly would keep you in our commercials and other programs. Shankara Nethralaya, we would ask once again the viewers to also go to the website, that's www. Shankara Nethralaya.
It's easiest is snomtrust.org or omtrust.org.
www.omtrust.org.
And from there you will get linked to all the Shankara Nethralaya, all the activities that go on. I do want to mention that not only do we take donations from you, we also give back to the community here. Shankara Nethralaya has excellent programs for people who have elders living back in India to provide for their eye care.
Yes.
As you rightly mentioned, we encourage college students from here, people going into medicine, even young doctors from here, to go and do internship in the Shankara Nethralaya facility.
There you go. You have an opportunity to do community service also when you go back to India during your vacation. So we really look forward to seeing you. And until then, this is Nandini Mouli saying so long from the Up Close and Personal. And my guest today is Mr. Shankar Iyer from Shankara Nethralaya. Thank you. Have a great afternoon and good day.
Thank you, Nandini.
Thank you.